Hola amigos, welcome back to my channel. We have just reached 125 subscribers and I couldn't be happier. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe and hit the notification bell and also hit the thumbs up in this video if you like it. My name is Danny and I am a professional filmmaker and photographer. This channel is all about tutorials, tips, and everything that has to do with photography and filmmaker to help you grow in your photography and filmmaking journey. Today I'm going to give you 7 tips on how to become a full-time photographer and filmmaker. Let's get right into it. So tip number 1, invest in some gear. I know that at the beginning this is a massive barrier for pretty much everyone, and I experienced that because I always thought like, oh, that guy or this person is creating the content that they can create because they have thousands of dollars of gear or really expensive equipment, so I will not be able to start because I don't have that equipment, so I'm just not gonna do it. So you will obviously, as a first tip, is invest in some gear. You will have to have some sort of equipment, camera, tripod, to begin with. You need to, but you don't need the most expensive gear. I personally started buying a Canon EOS 200D. I bought it used. I remember I paid 300 Australian dollars, and then I bought 2 lenses, which was the 50mm f1.8 and a 24mm f2.8. I bought myself a tripod, and to be honest, I started creating with that. And I didn't find that as a limitation. I squeezed everything that I could with that equipment, and I started creating content with this equipment. So don't feel like you have to have the most expensive equipment. Just go out and buy something to start, something used, something not too expensive, and start creating with that. Tip number 2 is start creating on your time off. I used to have a full-time job, 9-to-5 job in an office, and I always had an excuse of, I can't really create because I don't have time. So how do you do it? You make the time. I started working at nights when I was at home as to have dinner. Instead of sitting down and watching TV and relaxing, that's when I was editing. And then for shooting, I was doing everything on the weekends. I'm not gonna lie, it's not easy to give up going away on the weekends, going out drinking, and I'm not telling you that you should completely stop doing it, because it's important that you have things for relaxation and relaxing. But a lot of that time, if you want to grow and build a portfolio as a content creator, has to be done on the time off, because you obviously cannot quit your job and then just not have any income when you have all the bills. So you have to start creating on your time off. So weekends, nights, start creating content then. Editing, shooting on the weekends. I know it's hard, but it's worth it in the end, trust me. Tip number 3 is start creating a portfolio. It is very important for people to hire you to be able to have a look at things that you have created in the past, so they can then say, yes, I want to hire this person because they have the ability to create that quality of content. How do you create a portfolio if no clients can hire you because you don't have a portfolio? So then you start working for free. And you may think like, oh, that's stupid, no one works for free. Well, you have to work for free. I personally started working for free at the beginning. You start finding, and just between your social circle, family and friends, things that you can create. Someone that will most likely own a business or know someone that owns a business, or even at the places that they work. You can start trying out different types of areas. You can start shooting family portraits, or you can start shooting friends. You can shoot at an event. You can start taking photos or video of that. You can, honestly, the possibilities are endless. You can approach even the place that you work at, saying that you want to do some content for free, and that will help you to start practicing. And obviously the only thing that you ask is that they allow you to use that content to promote your business, so you can put it on your social media and in the future in your website as well, and then you can show that portfolio to clients. So then when someone approaches you, hey, I want some content, you have some stuff to show. So pretty much you're working for free, but there is a value to that. Tip number 4 is start growing your audience in social media. It is absolutely essential that you grow your audience in social media. So you will start your Facebook page and you will start your Instagram page, and then start posting a lot of content on everything that you do, because as you start transitioning into from working full-time on the job that you have to working full-time as a photography, it's very important that you have already an audience and a momentum, and you start posting, you know, the content, and you have followers, because that is very important for any brand to have a social media following. So start straight away. This is free. You can start your social media, your Facebook page and your Instagram for free, and you can start posting for free, and you start getting followers, and it's gonna be so beneficial for your business in the future. The next tip is that once you start getting paid jobs, don't try to charge a lot of money for that, because you obviously want to get your foot in the door with paid clients, but you can't start charging the same as an established business and someone that has years of experience, because then they will go with that other person. So yes, you want to charge money for that, but don't charge a lot. Charge something considerably reasonable, so less than what someone would charge that's already an established business. And the reason you're doing that is because you're still learning. You should charge less money and work more hours, because you are learning a lot of the time. So you will start raising your prices after, when you start getting more people and more people and more people asking for your services. Then you start raising your price, because you obviously have a lot of demand and your offer has to increase on the price. So then you may have less clients, but they will be at a higher rate, so then it's gonna balance. The next tip is to save money. It is so important that you save money from the beginning. Any paid jobs that you get, start saving money, but also on your personal life. We all have a lot of expenses that are not essential. Going out for coffees, going out for drinks, going out on the weekends or holidays. And look, to be honest, like I said before, you don't have to stop doing this completely, but it's very important that you stop a lot of it, because you will need to have a big chunk of savings to be able to transition into a full-time photographer. You will need money to invest to upgrade your gear, but you will also need savings, because once you start transitioning, it is very important that you don't have to have one project a week to pay your bills for the week, but you need to feel comfortable that if you don't have a project that week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you have savings, like a big chunk of savings that can get you by comfortably. So you are not worrying about, if I don't get a project this week, I'm not gonna be able to pay my rent. All right, so for the next tip is transitioning into a part-time job. So this is what happened to me. So I actually had a full-time job. Then I started working on my weekends, working for free, building my portfolio, getting paid projects that I was charging, really cheap. But then I started saving money, and I was starting to get some consistent paid jobs, and I started to increase my prices. But I didn't want to transition, completely quit my job and then just start doing content creation, because I didn't feel ready, and I didn't feel like I had my prices high enough to be able to just live off that. But then I found that I didn't have enough time, because working full time, working on a job from 9 to 5 didn't really leave me much time through the week to deal with clients. And especially I was starting to focus on the business content, and I needed to deal with some clients through the week. But like I said, I wasn't ready to transition fully. I didn't feel like I had enough income or savings to transition fully. So what I did then is that I transitioned to a part-time job. By doing that, it helped me to be able to invest a lot more hours into my business, but I still had that security every week that I could get enough money for bills in case I didn't have a project. And I continued to do that for maybe about 12 months. I started working in the hospitality industry, where I was working Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then I was working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on my business. And pretty much I was having a day off here and there, but most of the times I was just working every single day. And I did have a day off, like I said, every now and then, because it's important for your mental health to have a break. So I'm not saying go and work every single day, but if you want your business to succeed, you have to grind and you have to work a lot. So just make sure you keep a balance on your mental health. So do take some time off if you require. And that allowed me to work 4 days on my business, and 3 days I was working on a part-time job that I knew that it was gonna be temporary. Keep saving money. Through this time that I was working as part-time, I stopped literally going out drinking, I stopped going out on holidays, I stopped buying, things that I didn't really require. I started saving on everything that I could save, I saved. And that allowed me to, after 12 months of working part-time, to transition into a full-time photographer and filmmaker. I was only able to do this by having a big chunk of savings, and also because I worked very hard to build my portfolio, and I already had a strong client base, and I already had my prices high enough that I was able to get my income weekly comfortably and the amount of projects every week comfortably, so I could continue to be able to pay all my bills. However, if I didn't get a project for a week or two or something like that, I had my savings there, so I could cover all of that without having to worry living day by day. I also managed to establish some long-term relationships with some businesses like real estates, where I was working for them and they were providing me, with like one house a week. That way I knew that I had that consistency. That's when I made the decision to stop working on my other part-time job. Anyway, I hope that these tips help you on your transition from working a 9-to-5 job to a full-time content creator. Let me know if you like this video on the comments, and if you have any feedback or any suggestions for future videos, please let me know in the comments as well. Thank you so much and see you next time. Woo!